Hi, everybody. Deanna Lay, CEO and founder of IKAGG. I know a guy / gal, back today with another IKAGG interview. Today, I have the privilege and the honor of introducing you to Marcie Handler, Vice President of Business Development for the amazing company named LifiBifi Inc. And I cannot wait for you all to hear not only what LifiBifi stands for, but what she's doing to help small businesses be propelled into bigger marketplaces. So, Marcie, welcome to the IKAGG interview.
I'm so happy to be here. I mean, honestly, just talking to you is fun, but doing a whole interview, what could
I
be better?
know, right? Exactly. Anytime I get to spend with you is time well spent indeed. So, one of my most favorite people on the planet. And so, we're going to get right into it. LifiBifi. I see it on your shirt. I see how it's spelled. Please, please, please tell me more about it.
So LifiBifi stands for Little Fish, Big Fish, because we're all about finding little fish out there, small businesses who want to grow and who are, don't maybe necessarily have the means to do it. We try and help those small businesses who might otherwise not be found by certain people, and certainly to bring them to our audience, which is a brand new audience for them.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, how do you go about deciding what small businesses make the best little fish?
Well, okay, now honestly, none of us are fishermen or fisherwomen, I guess. But everything is in terms of fishing now. It like gets after you talk to me for a while, you start doing it too. I know people, you just can't help it. But so we always talk about it, how we're going on a fishing trip or we're going out fishing for the day. We hit farmers markets anytime we're out of town. We places. We go to different trade shows. We've been to like 3 or 4 different ones around the country, like really big ones.
Nice.
And we don't look for, oh gosh, I don't want to, I'm not going to use names, but like there's a popcorn place in Chicago that everyone in Chicago knows. And they were at one of these trade places. And, we stopped and talked to them, but that's not who we want.
Okay.
That we want the little fish who are not being found by anybody.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so we do that. Plus, we look online a lot,
Mhm.
and once you start looking for something, like if you're looking for, cell phone covers, all of a sudden you start getting hundreds of them. So
Okay.
the people who are spending their money advertising on Facebook or other places, we want to try and help them not have to do that. So
Oh,
all
yeah.
over the place.
Interesting. So, how did you get started? And I know you're not doing this by yourself. Like you said, there are other fisher women in this amazing company. How'd you get
Right.
started?
Well, so I have to go back a little bit before we started. We all used to have our own independent chocolate businesses where we sold products from a division of Mars. Um, you couldn't buy it other than through parties. It was their direct sales, but we all had our own businesses doing that. During COVID, every company made adjustments and stuff, and Mars closed down the cocoa exchange. Um, and because of that, we all of a sudden found ourselves uh, without anything to send to our customers, but this huge base of customers around the country. So we decided that what we wanted to do was help other small businesses. And to do that, we had to start fishing or looking for them.
Mhm.
And so, it took us a while. We like came up with a whole bunch of different names. And it's funny when you shorten certain words, there are things you certainly don't want to put out there. When we're like, no, if we shorten that, no, we can't say
Oh, yeah,
that.
that could have a whole different meaning altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, um, but so we all have a very altruistic soul. We all have altruistic souls and wanted to help others and still have something for our customers.
I love it. And LifiBifi just has the greatest ring to it. It really does.
I can't remember. It might have been Stephanie, one of us, whoever said it. As soon as they said it, everyone was like, oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that can't mean anything bad. So, yeah, and it's super memorable. It rolls off the tongue. It makes you smile when you say it for sure.
Right, right. It's very funny. And then we were having all kinds of fun with it, like, did you LifiBifi today?
Uh-huh.
Whatever. So,
Making it into a verb. How fun is that?
right,
I liffy biffied all over the place. Wait,
right. We
huh?
were LifiBiffing like crazy.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, what do you love most about what you do?
Well, my team is fabulous. I can't even tell you enough about them. We've had a lot of like personal issues happening in the last couple months. And, one person has to like step away and take care of themselves and whatever their problem is. And the other two are like right there. I mean, without Stephanie and Barb, I would no way be doing this.
Yeah.
So the support from them, but also we love the small businesses we find, and we get to be friends with the owners. And when I need some cashews to bring for a hostess gift, I definitely order it online, but I can also call Brett and say, hey, can you make sure this gets here in time for whatever?
Yeah.
um, if I call Brett, he knows. One of Stephanie's friends was just in Charleston this week, and yesterday she sent us a picture of Stephen, who is one of our little fish right now, who does these amazing art sets.
Yeah.
And she saw it and she stopped and introduced herself. And so they took a picture and sent it to us. She'll probably see it on her Facebook soon.
Oh,
And
I
she also was sending us other things, people that we've actually been talking to already. I was like, we're talking to her.
oh my gosh, is that funny or what? To be able, yeah. And we were actually in Waco, Texas at this big marketplace, and I was sending you all these ideas for little fish.
Right.
And then I saw one that had been a previous fish of yours, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know them. It was actually pretty
It's so fun.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really fun.
So what you guys are doing is absolutely phenomenal. It's cutting edge. It's very interesting because you're taking these businesses that may not have exposure or the means to be able to advertise, cross country, and you're taking your centers of influence from your years and years of business as well as your networking experience, and you're opening them up to a whole new audience. Give us some examples of what either little fish that you've had in the past, maybe some fun stories relating to them, or the types of businesses that you're looking for as well that we can help you with.
Really, we're open to almost anything. We're not quite into CBD stuff yet. We can't figure out how to do that across different states and everything. So
Okay.
we're working on that. We eventually would like to do maybe some services, some nonprofits, but right now different gifting. We've got some tech guys that we met. Where did we meet them? I think it was Las Vegas. We met these guys who like had no clue about what to do, but they had these great inventions.
Oh,
And
fun.
so we met them in Vegas. And, it's just really fun to give people a chance to tell their stories,
Hmm.
because most of these small businesses are so passionate about what they do. And, um, they do it out of the love for whatever. We have these beach umbrellas that, oh my gosh, we met the family. He was so excited. And, they tell us where they started.
Yeah.
Like, I think his first prototype, he took his wife's salad bowl and like I don't know what he did, but his wife didn't know about it until, it got broadcast through us. But every one of them has fabulous stories. Nick was one of our very first ones.
Mm.
He's a young man with cerebral palsy and loves dogs, and he and his mom wanted him to have a productive life. And so they came up with his dog treats. one of our favorite ones is another dog treat who we have right now. I don't think I have any near. St. Rocco's treats. This is two brothers, and we happened to find them. I think it was because one of their ingredients is one of our former little fish. And all of our
What?
dogs are crazy
Yeah.
about, I mean, like really crazy. Stephanie has had to hide hers from her dogs.
Ah,
Um, but but it was so funny when we found out that they used some of our former nut butter company
oh my
in
gosh.
products. And you know, we love keeping in touch. Like the nut butter, my husband absolutely loves. And I like see his email, and he's emailing the guy who owns it all the time now.
Oh, that's fun.
Like he's met him. He's like, Caleb, your best friend's my husband now, really?
Well, and that tells the story so well about what you're doing, because you're not going after these big, huge conglomerate companies. You really are encouraging people to shop local, to spend local, to support local in ways that, like, I would have never have heard about these companies had it not
Right.
been for you. And we've had the privilege to order from you on numerous occasions, to give them as gifts. Absolutely love it, because like all of these companies, they have to have websites, they have to have the ability to ship products nationwide. And so when you when you go through LifiBifi, well, let's talk about that for a second. I don't want to jump ahead in case anybody's new to this. So if I want to shop one of your little fish, how do I do that?
So you go to our website and it's pretty clear the links you follow. Most of our fish are on the front page. There are a few on the catch them before they're gone. I think I'm trying to think who's back there right now. I think Mary Catherine, who was a women veteran owned business. I think she just left us, but she had fabulous shortbread.
Because fish stay on your front page for
A limited time, and then on our back page for a limited time. And we work it out depending on what works best for them. Like, you know, if you're in Kentucky, you don't want to do anything around Derby time. So
okay.
we don't want to tie you up around Derby time because you are surviving getting everything made.
Okay.
So we look at their schedule and our schedule and when we think would be best for them to go.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you don't want to do like sandals in December.
Right.
That might not be a great fit.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we look at that. So if you go to our website, we're actually going to be revamping it a little bit to make it
Okay.
easier. But you find the products you like and you click on it, and it'll take you through exactly what to do. But we like short-term relationships to help them grow their business long-term without, you know, hardly any expense to them. So, and you know, once we introduce some of these fabulous companies, people are hooked on them and we'll go back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. The pistachio nut butter, my friend, it's to die for.
Oh, unbelievable. It is.
And then you had two of your little fish who met through you get together and they married their products together.
We had a fudge guy in San Francisco who, again, loved the guy.
Yeah.
And he got together with the nut butter also. And they had a what was it? A habanero peanut butter.
Yeah.
And so he made habanero peanut butter fudge, which everyone knows I don't do spicy.
Yeah.
The fudge like mellowed the spice out enough that even I did this.
Oh my gosh. So good. So people can go through is it LifiBifi.com or LifiBifiInc.com?
LifiBifi.com.
Nice and easy. And then from there, you actually get a little shopping code and you can put that into the website. It's very simple, friends. And you can either have it shipped directly to the person you're gifting it to or sent directly to you. So where would you say is the biggest amount of confusion or misconception when it comes to what you're doing and how you're doing it?
Trying to think. Biggest amount of confusion. Maybe I'd say one of the biggest thing people have problem with is shipping. The little fish have a really hard time with shipping
Mm.
because, it's hard for small businesses. It's expensive. Everything's gone up.
Oh my
And
God.
then there's, that big, huge fish that's taken over the world that offers free shipping. But we do remind people, it's not free shipping.
Right.
You pay $139 a year. And when people have talked about, but I'm paying $10 in shipping for this, we'll say, if you give this little fish $139 a year, I guarantee they'll ship for free all year. So that's like, I think our biggest pain point, I guess, would be shipping. And people have to understand, to support small businesses, sometimes you're going to have to do things like pay for shipping.
Yeah.
But
And I think something that's also super cool that I know you kind of alluded to it, but I did not make mention of, is on your website, you have these little fish's stories of how they came to be. You interview each fish as they're launching with a Zoom interview, and it's so inspiring. And my thing is, like, if I go out to Target or to Walmart, I have no idea who invented that product, who created that product, like where that product was even made, other than what I read on the label. You can trust that every product that is carried through Little Fish, Big Fish has a story behind it, has a
right, yeah,
person attached to it who cares so much about your order. Yeah.
oh, absolutely, yeah, they do, and it's phenomenal. I mean, our Chris, who invented the functional chocolate, which I swear by now, he he told, that's when we totally fell in love with him and his company, when he told us, he was a single dad and he was trying to solve anxiety for one child, and his daughter was having like major PMS, and he was a single dad. He didn't know what to do,
Mhm.
but he knew holistic stuff, and he created these products and then expanded it. So yeah, it is. It's so nice knowing them. And honestly, almost any of our any of our fish, if you called them up and said, "Oh, I just talked to Marcie," they would know exactly who it is because we all know them well. So
Yeah.
I do.
They become part of your family, your fishing family.
Our non-fishing fishing family.
There you go. You just cast a wide net and make the
Right.
world a whole lot better. That's for sure.
So sweet.
Um, so what's the biggest lesson you've learned since doing this, since starting this, or since working with these amazing little fish?
Um, People are resilient.
Oh yeah.
Um, I mean, and I admire some of these people and I listen to their stories and I think, "Oof, I don't know that I would handle all that life has thrown them as well
Mm,
as they."
mm,
I mean, they're amazing
yeah.
and people are driven. It's just very inspirational to meet some of these people and talk to them. And pivot. That's a huge word from all of COVID and everything.
Pivot,
Uh,
pivot.
pivot. And if something's not working, we pivot quickly and we get our little fish to pivot too. So
Well, all of those things that you just said about all the little fish that inspire you, you could also say about yourself, my friend.
you're so
Yeah.
nice.
The pivot, the story, the resiliency, all of it describes Marcie Handler to a T as well. So if the little fish are inspiring you, just know how much you inspire those around you.
Oh, you're so
Marcie
nice.
Handler.
I don't know if I believe it.
And that's what makes her humble, my friends. That's what makes her humble. So how can people get a hold of you? I know you said LifiBifi.com. People can shop the website directly there, but you guys do some really fun stuff on your social media as well. And
Yeah,
TikTok, friends.
TikTok. Yeah, we do TikTok. TikTok, I think we're under small business treasures. And
Okay.
we do a lot of dog videos. And Our Facebook page is really very active. It's
Yeah.
LifiBifi Inc., and you can ask to join LifiBifi Insiders, where we tend to be a little more casual and throw things out there that we might not on the business page.
Yeah.
Um, so that, or you can reach out to any of us anytime. I mean, we're very engaged, and I don't think we've had anybody respond to anything on Facebook or through our emails or anything in less than an hour. I mean, between all of us, we're getting notifications and we are receptive to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very easy to get a hold of, very easy to shop with, very easy to find out the stories behind all of these little fish and to really support small businesses in the best way possible. So, my friends, if you're into gifting in any way, shape, or form, or you just want to treat yourself every now and then, check out LifiBifi. Reach out to Marcie Handler. You can get a hold of her through the directory as well as through all the socials for sure, and follow them on TikTok if you want a good time. You might see yours truly in a couple of those
Maybe.
videos. Well, everybody, this has been the IKAGG interview with the Marcie Handler of LifiBifi. Anything else before we leave our friends here today, Marcie?
No, thank you so much for doing this. I seriously, you guys have been so supportive and so wonderful. And the whole IKAG family, personally and professionally and everything. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, my friend. Until next time, y'all, check out the IKAG interview on YouTube. You can also listen to this interview repeatedly as many times as you want on the IKAGpodcast.com. Can't wait, Marcie, till I get to see you in person, give you a hug. And until next time, friends, this has been Deanna Lay and Marcie Handler. Have a great day, everybody. Bye, friend.
Bye.